770 Crawford Place, Niagara Falls, July 30, 1941. Dear Margie. Well, here it is Wednesday evening and little Roger is all alone and a little tired. This heat gets me down, especially when it's too hot to sleep at night. I have just moved into another room that's much better. One of the boarders left today. It's a larger and much brighter room. I am afraid the job here will end much quicker than expected, so today I spoke to the foreman of the stonemason gang and think I can transfer onto their gang just as soon as I am laid off. I want to stay here a little longer, as this moving around and losing 2 or 3 days is expensive, especially if I move every month. Well, darling, 3 days from now and you will be down here. Oh boy. The next 3 days can't come and go too quickly for me. I had a swell trip home Sunday. Once we got out on the lake, it was quite cool. A soldier played the piano and sang nearly all the way over. He was really a good player and sang fairly well too. Then of course a gang of them had to sing as well. It was good fun, a real concert. I arrived home a few minutes to 2, so that wasn't bad. I hope you enjoy your trip over as much, but no soldiers. Got a letter from Len yesterday. He went to work Monday, the day he wrote, and said it didn't hurt him much, although he was pretty tired. Mother sent me some of my drafting books, etc., down, and with them my snap album. It was taken to Muskoka by mistake. She mailed it to me. There are those snaps we took at Cedar Wild also when you came up for the weekends. Pretty nice. Well, darling, guess I'll mail this and buy a pack of cigarettes before turning in. So, until the weekend. I love you truly, darling. As ever. Roger XXXX. 770 Crawford Place, Niagara Falls, August 13, 1941. Dear Margie. Well, here it is Wednesday evening, dear. I intended writing before, but just didn't get around to it. Went to bed early Monday night and saw a show last night. Saw Bob Hope and Caught in the Draft, and was it ever good? I laughed until my sides hurt. You must see it, dear. I had a very nice trip home Sunday, although it was pretty rough. A few people had their heads over the rail, and for a good purpose, I presume. There was a swell moon too, dear, and the rough water in the moonlight was really something to see. I sat right up in the bow of the upper deck for most of the trip, and all alone, not a soul on the upper front deck but lonely me. I stayed there, as I say, until we were about halfways home, but I got pretty cold, so came down to the lunch counter and drank coffee. Got a letter from Gil yesterday. He says he wrote me, but the letter was returned. Must have been during one of my sudden moves. He hopes to graduate soon. Some exams come up this week. Did you listen to the Firestone Hour Monday evening? It was pretty nice. I kept thinking of you, darling. I felt sure that you were listening. I am ordering a few snaps of the bridge this week. There are so many it's hard to choose which ones to take. I only want a few. Well, Margie, I can't think of any more to say. I am going out and mail this and buy a digest to read for a while in bed. 6 o'clock comes damn early. Well, be good, sweetheart, and don't fight with the boss, and no wild parties until I get over again. Lots of love, darling. As ever. Roger XXXX. 770 Crawford Place, Niagara Falls, August 18, 1941. Dear Margie. Your letter received today, dear, on Saturday, with my swimming suit. It was certainly good to hear from you. 2 weeks is a long time for two people like you and I. I don't know just what time I will be over this weekend. The job is likely to fold up any day so far as the bulk of carpenters are concerned. Of course, the old hands will be kept on until the job is over. So, I think I had better get in all the time I can. I lost 7 hours last week through rain, and that hurts the old paycheck. However, we'll be over Saturday afternoon anyways. Will you be at the island or at home? I will phone home first and find out for sure. Well, darling, I spent a very nice Sunday. Went to Crystal Beach with Mr. and Mrs. Chamberlain and their 2 grandsons. We took a lunch with us and motored up the river road to the beach, had our lunch and listened to a band concert, then returned home by way of Welland. I really enjoyed it. Would I ever love to go on the coaster? I'll bet it's a dandy. There is only one thing against the place: insects. I mean houseflies. Both are annoying to me. I wonder if you will be listening to the Firestone Hour tonight, dear. It will be on in about 20 minutes. Every time I hear it, I think of you. I am going to listen to the program, then post this, buy some tobacco, and go to bed. I intended to go over and see Eleanor and Bob last week, but just couldn't seem to get around to it. I have been fixing up my tools and toolbox at night, and that takes time. I will try and run over this week, maybe tomorrow evening for a while. Well, darling, I think this is about all for now. Remember, watch who you pick up on that bike of yours and watch those Air Force men, because I'm a jealous man. Right soon, darling, all my love. As ever. Roger XXXX. P.S. I expect to have some snaps of the bridge when I come over.